Okay, so let's look at a little more data. And I'm just trying to give you, so when you're doing this lab in the future, it's not the first time you're seeing these numbers. Desired idle, right? So that is what it wants the RPM to be, and it's showing 600, I think. And then the intake air temp, 57 degrees. Mass airflow sensor, now you notice it's grams per second, where before it was hertz. Right, and you can see that number changes too when we give it idle. Engine load, desired idle. Desired IAC. Remember that IAC motor that was 121 before? Now it wants 52. And if we look back at it, our idle position is 53 or so. 52, and it wants 52. Okay, so this is what it wants, and this is what it really is. Map sensor, we got a voltage reading, where before we had an inches of mercury reading. Somewhere. Right? Doesn't matter. Moving on. Baro sensor, a voltage where before it was inches of mercury. Throttle positioning sensor and voltage. So that is a sensor that tells us our throttle, our gas pedal, and it can be registered in percentage as well as volts. It operates from 0.5 volts to 5 volts. And you can see that number go up as I open the throttle. Oxygen sensors for the in millivolts. Let's go down further. Those are sensor 2s. So these oxygen sensors are the ones behind the catalytic converters. They're checking the converters that they are actually forming a chemical reaction. There's some more stuff there, and there's some stuff there. Knock retard, if it finds that bad combustion is occurring and it's having spark knock, it will actually take that timing advance away from it, and that'll tell how much it's actually doing it. There's our cam sensor information. Vehicle speed, we got our oil level, and some other foo-foo stuff. Okay, so gives you an idea of what you're looking. Now I'm just going to show you this, but I'm not going to go through it like I just did. If we go back, and now let's look at misfire data. Okay, you can see it gives us data of the miss history of different cylinders. Right, and there is some other data that's here, right? RPM is still the same, so it repeats stuff. And if we go back, we can go into sensor data. Okay, loop status. Notice we're in closed loop now because the oxygen sensor's warmed up. And now you can see the fuel trim changing. If it's a minus, it's removing fuel. If it's adding fuel. It's like a correction factor. Right? So you see a lot of the same stuff, but it groups them differently. We go back. We can see accessory and theft data. Right? And you can see the kind of stuff that it shows here. Right, and naturally it goes further down. And then we got evap data. Right, fuel tank pressure, EGR, right, emission control kind of stuff. Right, so it's just other groupings of things. Right, so the other videos that you see after these three are going to be our specific information that's at the school. I went over and I videotaped hooking it up to our Buick Lucerne that's there. Okay? So I hope this helped you understand what's going on. And sometime in the future, we'll have you doing the labs.